Haven't we all heard that all we have to do is eat less and exercise more if we want to become and stay slim? That sounds pretty simple, right? In fact, it sounds so obvious and true that one would assume that we can achieve our dream weight in no time with that approach. And boy, haven't we all done that over and over again. But how come instead of having our excess weight decrease, it actually continues to increase in many cases for many women? If it's true that you lose weight by eating less and exercising more, and since we are all practicing it, shouldn't we all be slim, healthy, and happy by now? Hi, my name is Angela Buri, and I have been working with over 8,000 overweight women for 43 years. Through their and my own experiences, I have learned some lessons and found some very shocking truths, which I want to share with other women. Since you're watching this video, I assume that you have tried the diet approach as well. So if you've ever tried to lose weight, you've probably been given the advice to count calories. The idea is simple. Consume fewer calories than you burn and you'll lose weight. However, many women who follow this approach to the letter find themselves trapped in a frustrating cycle of yo-yo dieting, struggling with their weight and experiencing a host of health issues. Most women even end up gaining more weight than they initially lost and thus move further and further away from their weight goal. The truth is that the calorie counting method is fundamentally flawed and can be detrimental to your long-term health and weight loss goals. In this video, we will explore why the calorie approach doesn't work, has never worked, and will never work long-term. And we talk about the health challenges it brings and alternative strategies for achieving lasting weight loss. So let's dive in, woman, to uncover the truth about calories and find a healthier path to weight loss. Let's first talk about the flawed logic of calorie counting. The calorie deficit concept is based on the idea that weight loss occurs when you consume fewer calories than your body needs for maintenance. The basic equation is calories in versus calorie out. If you eat fewer calories than you burn, you should lose weight, according to the theory. However, this concept oversimplifies the complex biological processes involved in weight regulation. It ignores factors such as metabolism, hormonal balance, and nutrient absorption. Do you know how calories are determined? Scientists take a piece of food and cook it in a pot, a calorimeter. The problem is that a pot is a closed system. It's covered. And our body is an open system with several trillion functions per second. Now copy that in a calorimeter. Not the smartest man-made system can ever copy that. That alone should give you a very clear idea why diets and the calorie theory don't work. Never worked and can never work. Your body doesn't understand calories. It's not a machine. It's not a calculator that works on a straightforward input-output system. It has adaptive mechanisms that respond to millions of changes every second of the day. When you reduce your calorie intake, your body responds by slowing down your metabolism to conserve energy. That means it burns less calories. And that makes it harder to lose weight over time and can lead to a plateau or even unwanted weight gain. Calorie restriction can lead to changes in hormones, which is even worse, that regulate hunger and satiety. such as leptin and ghrelin. This can increase your appetite and cravings, making it difficult to stick to a healthy way of eating. Focusing solely on calorie count ignores the importance of the quality of the food you eat. Foods with the same calorie content can have vastly different nutritional values. Nutrient-dense foods provide essential vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients that support overall health, whereas calorie-dense, nutrient-poor foods do not. Eating high-quality, nutrient-dense foods can help you feel full and satisfied, reducing the likelihood of overeating. In contrast, low quality, high calorie foods can leave you feeling hungry and unsatisfied, even if the number of calories are less than in healthy foods. So it's about quality, not quantity, ladies. That's actually good news. I once heard a dietitian say on a famous American show that it doesn't matter whether you eat a portion of French fries and a piece of chocolate or something else, as long as it doesn't exceed 500 calories per meal. First of all, such a statement is irresponsible and almost criminal. It encourages people to keep their unhealthy eating habits instead of learning and applying healthy ones. Such a, such a calorie diet instantly within a week or two leads to severe deprivation of vital nutrients. There is a tremendous difference between eating French fries and a piece of chocolate or fish and salad for a meal, for example. The first approach leads to chronic illnesses inevitably, and more weight gain very quickly, while the second one can lead to a constant improvement of your health. It absolutely does matter what you eat. It's the quality that matters, not the quantity. Portion control does not matter much either, as long as you eat fresh, healthy foods instead of microwaved fast food, for example. How big your portion needs to be is determined by your body's needs for vital substances and fiber. And that's very individual. Your body will tell you when it's satiated if you have learned to listen. So, yes, it absolutely matters what you eat, and much, much more than calories matter ever. Doctors say that losing weight is simple math. The less you take in and the more you burn through exercise, the more weight you're going to lose. Now, every woman who ever went on a diet can testify that there is no long-term effect in that approach. So there must be something wrong about it. In an attempt to lose weight after my first pregnancy, I jogged every day uphill for 30 minutes, then ran a fitness parkour on the level of athletes twice the same round, which took me 2 hours. Then I jogged downhill at all the way back to my home, another 20 minutes. I did that from the first spring day until the first snowfall in December. Did I lose weight? No. I didn't even eat unhealthy or large portions. I never have during times I was eating normally. Yet I didn't lose a single pound. Don't get me wrong, I was feeling great. My self esteem began to soar, and I had that feeling of great accomplishment every single day. Yet it had no effect on my weight. Recently, scientists found out that exercise has a very small impact on weight loss generally. Thus, we can also forget the calorie out part of the doctor's advice. Exercise is important, but for other reasons. Speaking of doctors, years ago I had the privilege to interview the great Dr. James Carlson, who has been a weight loss expert for many years. His approach for his patients and himself was to increase the calorie intake significantly until their metabolism started to kick in and they all lost weight. Digest that information for a moment. It was also Dr. Carlson who told me the funny story that at medical school they only had 2 weeks of nutritional instructions taught by an overweight dietitian. 2 weeks. Such a complex topic, highly complex topic in 2 weeks. It's funny to picture that, but for us who are seriously searching for real answers, this is disheartening. This is even more proof that diet can't be the answer because doctors are not educated enough. The consequences for the people are huge. This is a perfect example of an ignorant medical system and that there must be something wrong with that system. Calorie restriction can lead to a slowdown in metabolism, which we probably all of us have experienced, making it harder to lose weight and easier to gain it back. Your basal metabolic rate, BMR, is the number of calories your body needs to maintain basic physiological functions. Prolonged calorie restriction can reduce your BMR, meaning your body burns fewer calories at rest. Calorie restriction can also lead to muscle loss, which further reduces your metabolic rate because muscle tissue is metabolically active and burns more calories than fatty tissue. That's one of the reasons why we still should exercise. Focusing on calorie reduction often leads to nutrient deficiencies, impacting your overall health. Low calorie diets often lack essential nutrients such as vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. This can lead to deficiencies and associated chronic health problems, and it does. Nutrient deficiencies result in low energy levels, fatigue, and decreased physical performance, making it harder to maintain an active, healthy lifestyle and remain healthy. So, calorie restriction can disrupt hormonal balance, affecting various bodily functions. It also impairs thyroid function, leading to hypothyroidism and a slowed metabolism. Women who restrict calories often experience disruption in their menstrual cycles and reproductive health, such as amenorrhea, absence of menstruation. And not only that, calorie counting and restriction have significant psychological effects, leading to disordered eating behaviors and a negative relationship with food. And then you're really lost. Then you have a real problem. Constantly counting calories can lead to an unhealthy obsession with food and numbers, losing the enjoyment of eating. Eating keeps us alive, and it should be enjoyable and not a burden. Otherwise, your entire life becomes a burden. Failing to stick to a calorie restricted diet can and often leads to feelings of guilt, shame, and a sense of failure, even further damaging your relationship with food. But it was the calorie restricted diet that failed, not you. Women on calorie restricted diets often experience fatigue because they lack vital nutrients, weakness, hair loss, and other physical symptoms due to nutrient deficiencies. Now, how effective is that? The emotional effects can include stress, anxiety, depression, and a negative body image. These effects can again contribute to disordered eating behaviors and a harmful relationship with food. And if you want to lose weight for good, you first and foremost need to heal your relationship with food. Now, such a list of consequences is disheartening. Let me ask you a question. Is that what you really want? Is that worth the price? These are all very serious alarm signals from our body and a plea to change eating habits immediately. But why do women still follow calorie restricted diets despite the minimal and short term effect? It's what we have been told for decades and even repeated by our doctors. So why wouldn't and shouldn't we believe them? Because they don't know better. They only think they knew better after having a nutrition class of 2 weeks. I bet that you, who is watching this video, know and understand more about nutrition than your doctor. Of course, it's not their fault. Doctors are not trained to teach nutrition, although they like to believe so. Societal pressure and diet culture play a significant role in why women turn to calorie restricted diets. Many women are so desperate and determined to lose weight that they will do pretty much everything, regardless of how much sense a method makes and regardless of how dangerous a method is. Society often promotes an ideal body image that equates thinness with beauty and success. This can pressure women to pursue extreme measures to achieve and maintain a certain weight. The diet industry capitalizes on these pressures by promoting calorie restricted diets as quick fix solutions. Pre cooked meals, surgeries, pills, and injections, all serving the industry more than you. This can create a huge cycle of dieting and weight gain known as yo yo dieting and eventually in the inability to lose weight altogether. However, we should not criticize the diet industry. We should not criticize the doctors because they do what they do. It's their job, but it's also our job to do and to learn what's good for us. Nobody forces us to follow these instructions, to buy their stuff. It's our responsibility to take care of our health and to create a healthy lifestyle. There is a lot of misleading information about calories and weight loss for sure, leading women to believe that calorie counting is the best or only way to lose weight. Many weight loss programs and products simplify their messages to eat less, move more, ignoring the complexity of weight regulation. And even worse, celebrity endorsements of calorie restricted diets can falsely lend credibility to these approaches, even if they are not scientifically sound or sustainable. Many women experience initial success with calorie restricted diets, reinforcing the belief that they are effective. But real weight loss is lasting. Lasting. Remember, I kept my weight off for 14 years while eating normally. That is what I call weight freedom. I was free to eat whatever I liked, whatever my body signaled to me it would like to have. Sometimes I could even so-called forbidden foods. Nothing happened. And if you lose and gain and lose and gain, you have lost nothing. Don't tell me that you have lost 40 pounds when you're about to gaining it back. You have lost nothing. You're still overweight. So isn't it time to switch on our common senses? Calorie restriction often leads to rapid short-term weight loss, which of course is very motivating for the moment. However, this weight loss is not sustainable, leading to eventual regain. course, the initial success reinforces the idea that the calorie counting worked, despite the long-term challenges and negative effects, especially when your own husband can lose weight nicely on such a diet. But it's about you. Your body is different. Keep in mind that people who get gastric surgery lose weight very quickly, and doctors confirm behind closed doors. I have learned that by accident, by closed doors when they talk to each other. They confirm that after about 5 to 10 years, their patients gain the lost weight back while still starving. Can you imagine how sad this must be? The doctors have no idea why this happens, and there is nothing they can do about it. By watching this video today, you know more why this happens than your doctor does. The reason for all this is that the dieting approach is against our body's nature. It forces our body to slow down the metabolism. Instead of focusing on calorie counting, prioritize nutrient dense foods that provide essential vitamins, minerals, a lot of fiber, and other nutrients. Emphasize whole unprocessed food such as fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. These foods support overall health and help maintain energy levels. Aim for balanced meals that include a variety of nutrients. Eat slowly and until you feel satiated. This can help you feel satisfied and reduce the likelihood of overeating or snacking between meals. Eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full. This approach helps you develop a healthier relationship with food and prevents overeating. It may not instantly lead to weight loss, but over time, yes, it absolutely does. Practice mindful eating by paying full attention to the experience of eating. Savor each bite and focus on the flavors, textures, and aromas of your food. This also improves the relationship with your body because your body learns that you're now collaborating and that it can begin to trust you. The worst thing that can happen to you is a body that no longer trusts you because you didn't listen over years and decades, and which gets out of control because it follows its own agenda, no longer listening to you. Focus on making sustainable lifestyle changes rather than temporary diet fixes. Incorporate regular physical activity that you enjoy, with the emphasis of enjoy. Exercise should be seen as a way to enhance health and well being rather than a punishment for eating or a way of losing weight. Develop healthy habits such as cooking at home, cooking from scratch, and staying hydrated. These habits support long term health and weight management. If you're a busy woman with a job and a family and think that you don't have time to cook from scratch, let me assure you that you can. I used to be a single mom with my own business and 16 to 20-hour days, and it would never have crossed my mind to eat some unhealthy pre-cooked and microwaved food. I never had a microwave oven by choice. That's not how we were raised. Thus, I can testify that it is possible even for ultra busy women with a family, especially when you have children. It's important to teach them healthy eating habits from a very young age. Understand that your body is an intelligent entity and strictly follows the laws of nature to the letter. You can wish and hope and want as much as you want. Your body strictly follows the laws of nature, nothing else. Instead of working against your body by going from diet to diet, by taking pills and injections, or God forbid, even getting gastric surgery done, learn to adhere to your body's laws and start collaborating with her. It may not work well from day one, but as you keep going and asking your body what it needs and listen to its cues, you can become a real strong team that can count on each other. One of the best pieces of advice anybody can give you is to address the emotional and psychological factors that influence your eating behaviors. And that's my strength. That's my main topic, my job. Develop healthier ways to cope with emotions such as stress, anxiety, frustration, or boredom. This can include exercise, meditation, or talking to a friend, or eating something healthy that supports your body, or joining my group and then ask me personally. My Slim method can help address all the underlying beliefs and patterns and root causes that influence your weight loss journey. And it turned out to be one of the fastest, easiest, and most sustainable ways of losing weight. By accessing the subconscious mind, that therapy of the She Slim method can reinforce positive behaviors and self compassion. Joining a support group can provide encouragement, accountability, and a sense of community, which is very important for weight loss, especially for women. Women learn much more, much better, much faster in a group of like minded women. The She Slim methodology offers structured support, regular check ins, goal setting sessions, and motivational activities. The calorie counting approach to weight loss is, again, fundamentally flawed and can lead to a host of physical, emotional, and psychological problems. It's time to break free from the cycle of yo yo dieting and embrace a healthier, more sustainable approach to weight loss. By focusing on nutrient density, intuitive eating, sustainable lifestyle changes, and addressing emotional and psychological factors, you can achieve lasting weight loss and improved overall health. And yes, even you can even prolong your life. Remember, the power to change lies within you. The answers are already there. All you and I together do is getting them out from you, from your subconscious mind. Embrace this journey with self compassion, flexibility, and perseverance. Learn whom to listen to. Forget about the shiny before after pictures that are only an image of a short moment. And most and foremost, listen to your own heart, not to your gut, not to your head, but to your heart. What if your weight problem isn't a weight problem at all? Perhaps the question isn't, how do I lose weight? Perhaps the question is, what is my body trying to tell me? Most women are trying to solve the wrong problem. Find out where you are first. Then join my free Women Beyond Weight group. No dieting, no pressure, no exercise stress. You can heal from within. You can let go. You can relax. You can learn to trust your body again and come home to yourself. Just click the link below this video in the description and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you very much for watching. It was very nice doing this video for you, and it is my hope that you liked it and that you enjoyed it. Take care, be well, and bye for now.